Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. I love being right, and I love being wrong. And this video has a good mix of both. You see, we are coming off the precipice of what could be called, in some ways, the greatest live event ever thrown by Kabam. All indication is that those that went had one of the best experiences of their life, and I would be lying if I said I wasn't a little envious that I wasn't there, because I love seeing happiness and joy, and I'm a sports guy. So anytime you've got competition and crowds and cheering and maybe even booing, it's fun. I had a lot of fun just watching people, even though they were on iPads, and I do not play on an iPad, and I could feel like I'm a master on a phone and then play on an iPad and feel like I've never played this game in my life. And that's what was used in MCOC Comic-Con, New York City Comic-Con with MCOC, I guess is better to put it, 5 years ago when I went. But regardless, I've talked extensively this year about two things. One, we are on the precipice historically of the next progression title. And whenever Kabam says, I know we kind of rushed 7 stars to rank 2, and maybe even feels like rank 3 eventually, but there's a purpose behind it. The purpose is definitely for Paragon to be the new Thronebreaker. But besides that, one of the biggest questions that's been asked is, Prof, where are the 7-star 6 stones? Where are the 7-star awakening gems? Why haven't we seen those? Why are they rushing to get us ranking up these 7 stars, but we can't awaken them or put SIGs into them? Well, that's because, historically speaking, every few years, we have a version of Labyrinth of Legends that pushes the game into that direction. Now, sometimes it doesn't go as far as others, but when you go to special quests and you think about the history regarding why Labyrinth of Legends was so important, it's because this was a chance to not only get 6 stones and a 5-star Awakening Gem Crystal, but eventually, if explored, a 5-star generic Awakening Gem. And that's pretty amazing, considering for a long time there was no way to get it. There were no Awakening Gems in side quests. They didn't even give away Awakening Gems in special offers. It was unheard of. We don't think about that now as a community because we get them every month in side quest. We get both the Awakening Gem Crystal and, depending on your progression level, the generic every month. It's amazing, but it's also diluted how big of a deal that used to be. The same is true for the Abyss of Legends. When this first came out, the goal was, of course, to rank up a 6-star, but it was also to get either a Awakening Gem Crystal as a 6-star or fully explore it for the generic. That was everything. That image you see in front of you with Tier 5 basic 6-star shards and a generic 6-star Awakening Gem was as big of a deal as anything we'd ever seen in the contest. It has been several years since the Abyss of Legends came out. And so, my prediction was, and continues to be, that the next version of the Abyss is where we're going to see 7 stars that go to rank 3, opportunities, and maybe, just maybe, 6 stones / Awakening Gems for 7 stars, which have been largely absent even from Act 8 content, which is very, very fair. And dare I say, the biggest complaint I've seen out of that is still that it's too easy, which I think is not a great complaint, given that you want as many people as possible to complete it with a roster that doesn't have to be the best of the best. At least that's how I view these things. So this leads us to these, I guess you could call them leaked photos, but not really leaks. And this was sent to me this morning by several people, including my man Stephen Firehart out of the United Kingdom. This is a Werewolf by Night, looks to be beta server, against a 1.555 million rated Diablo. And he is, of course, with over 7.7 million health, looking to be the next version of the Abyss. And you can see that he brought with him Lady Deathstrike, Odin, Hyperion, Werewolf by Night, and Gladiator. That is a fascinating combination. I think Kabam, with this next bit of content, is trying to avoid two things that are generally looked at in this kind of content. We'll see if it actually is possible, but Aegon shines, of course, in long-form content better than arguably any champion, and close is Hercules. So they want to make content where you're not just bringing in Aegon and not just bringing in Hercules, and so this would be an example of this. And they're showing a ton of potential with different maps. Here you have a squad of 3 with Angela, Hulkling, and Gore making up this attack squad. And then Profound Sadness. Team recommendation 99 million overall. Is it the Necropolis demo? Necrotic heroes haunt these halls, failed experiments that the collector has hidden away. That looks wild. Hey, at least there's no energy cost though, huh? And then, according to Cam, MCOC, the next abyss. Necropolis, a 7-star rank 2 to rank 3 gem crystal in completion. So they're basically saying, we want to hold up on what the previous model was for automatically a 7-star awakening gem crystal. So we'll instead put what we think is a more important part of the economy of the game, and that is a chance to get a 7-star to rank 3. And yes, that's going to cost you a ton of time and items. There are path rewards. You're going to want a bunch of counters and relics, not just 3 horsemen. So this is the grand vision of the next abyss, to have relics involved too. And I know that's going to make some people roll their eyes. And personally, I've never spent a penny on relics. Nothing that's ever been targeted. But at the same time, I've got a few of them. So I guess I will switch them up accordingly and bind or unbind, depending on, of course, the suggestions of the geniuses of this community, of which I very much am not. And then you have the Profound Sadness screen. Look at, we got 2 purple crystals, 10,000 Titan shards. You'd think it'd be more than that. 6-star relic crystal. You'd think that should be a Nexus. And then a rank 4 to rank 5 generic 6-star rank up gem. And most importantly, to people who care about progressing the game. And you would think that this is going to tie into the next progression level of the game in general. And maybe, just maybe, it will be this. 1 7-star to rank 3 gets you to the next progression level. Just 1. That would be historically similar to what we've seen in the past. So, if you want to be the next wallet breaker and spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on Cyber Weekend, and or maybe get the best holiday gifting gift, or maybe better rewards in the banquet/gifting event in December in general, and who knows, maybe this won't be before that. But if it is, you've got to complete Profound Sadness. 1 path. That's what's going to stand between you and so many people getting the next progression title. Again, historically speaking, we have a precedent for this. I am not surprised at all if that's where Kabam goes. And I think they've been leading to this, which is also why maybe they made 8.3 a lot easier than they could have. Because if you really want something hard that you're going to throw a bunch of revives and potions and units at, it's going to be this. This is going to be the ultimate test. And there are plenty of people out there who have been licking their chops saying, thank God, finally, I've been waiting for something like this for years. And that's why I also keep saying, for those of you who complain that 8.3 is too easy, it's not the content that's going to challenge you most. Wait for the next abyss. And oh look, we have a leak. So, thank you again to everybody who sent this my way, including Stephen Firehart. I'm really excited to post this on my channel and discuss the future of the contest.